wanna get into. Pull up and so, girl, you know I don't do it so. You look like some trouble, I just might wanna get into. Pull up and so, girl, you know I don't do it so. Limes and tequila, can't forget the reefer. Always call my phone, but say nothing when I see ya. Limes and tequila, can't forget the reefer. Always call my phone, but say nothing when I see ya.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Welcome to the Betting News Network. This is the All Sauce team. That is Just Sook. That is V-Sauce. My name is Sweatpants. Jesus, stoked to have you guys here to finish off your Wednesday with 2 hours of content right here on the Betting News Network, brought to you by our sponsors at Bet Online. We are going to be jumping into the two very sexy NBA games tonight we have on the slate. Talk a little bit about what we saw last night in the NBA Cup Final, boys. We got our special guest joining us today. Mr. Ben Wittenstein is stopping by. Benjamin is joining us to talk through his Chicago Bulls tonight, taking on the Cavs. And then we're going to get frisky with it. Got a giveaway to do today, chat, in honor of us smacking the puck at 5 yesterday. Betsky and I got in the lab and got surgical with it and smacked our parlay last night. So we'll be doing a giveaway. And I owe a giveaway as well from hitting a parlay, the props parlay from Gridiron Gang on Sunday. So we got 2 giveaways for you guys in the Twitch chat. If you're watching us on YouTube or X, thanks for being here. However, to enter to win the giveaway today, all you got to do is come hang out with us on Twitch, twitch.tv/betting news at any point throughout the next hour during the show, and you will be entered into the giveaway. Big dubs all around, lads. Happy Wednesday. How we doing?
Doing so good, man. That's 2 cashes in 3 days. Pressure's on. A cash on Sunday, a cash on Tuesday. And I was fully tuned in. Notepad out and everything yesterday to puck it. I will say the boys got absolutely surgical SPJ yesterday. It was fantastic. And it wasn't even just a puck it. A bunch of singles hit too. And I had a really nice day. I mean, my bankroll did.
I just said to Sook, I swept the board last night. We hit the puck at 5. Puck it was, I got rinsed on the ice last Tuesday. And so I told Betsky on the show, I was like, we both really like the slate, which is always scary. And we had it, but we were seeing it really clearly last night. And we had a really good time betting the ice. Also swept the board in the NBA Cup Finals as well, which was awesome to see. It went a little bit cheeky with some lines, got a little surgical with it. Tyler Kolek cashed me out with purely just his points on his 5.5 PRA line. That was sexy. But vibes are high. Thanks for being here. We're going to do a giveaway today. And it was nice, V, because before Sunday, we hadn't put jack shit in the tot pot. The tot pot was growing cobwebs, that there was nothing going in there. Now we got some funds getting dropped in the tot pot. Just as a reminder, throughout the entire month of December, we'll be donating money. What's up, Vulture Mafia? How we doing? We'll be putting money into our Toys for Tots pot to donate 30% of all of the proceeds of all of our parlays that smack across the entire network all month. And then we'll be donating it to Toys for Tots in honor of the holidays. Last year, we extended it until the Super Bowl because we were making so much cheese that we wanted to give more money to the kiddos, and probably going to be doing something similar this year. So, but get involved. If you want to donate as well, feel free to. You can get in touch with us. If you want to donate, if we help you hit some parlays, you can send us a DM. Always welcome to, for the tots. You guys know the vibes. But feel free. My mom actually I took my mom to the eye doctor a couple days ago. So we were chatting and she was like, can I get involved? Like, do I need to hit a parlay to donate to Toys for Tots? I said, no, Mom. You can just Venmo me. It's fine. So shout out my mom too. But you guys are we had a lot of people join last year that smacked some lays with us last year if you made some money. So if we help you make some money, if you just hit some lays, hit some parlays, you got some extra change lying around that you want to donate in honor of with us at Betting News, you can do it on your own as well. But it's a great time of year. Season of giving is back, and the vibes are high. So yeah. It was finally nice to see some go through the hoop. Let's hit some bets again today, boys. Let's hit a parlay today. As you said, V, no pressure. The Saucy 4 will be live. We got 2 games to get into, but we're going to talk a little bit about the NBA Cup and what we saw last night with Master Hovey and his Knickerbockers. But we've got our special guest with us. Let's go ahead and get him up here. No sense in leaving him in the shadows. He's going to talk through the Bulls game and then obviously talk about what we saw last night in the Cup. Benjamin, how are you living?
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good, man. Brother? Good. So good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm excited that the NBA Cup was actually awesome. Like, it was great. The vibes were great. The gameplay was high. They were trying really hard. Like, this has been one of the best ideas the NBA has had in years, really.
Oh, it really has been, honestly. Like, shout out Tyler Kolek. Look at that. And you know what I mean? Everyone loves to point to the narrative, $500,000 on the line. He earned 25% of his salary in one night with 14, 5, and 5. The kid was amazing. And I think it makes for great moments just like this one in a single game elimination. You force the coaches to you got to throw some stuff at the wall because you don't get another game to come back from anything.
Mm-hmm. No, you don't. And you could see how the bench players just like popped up. They were celebrating so hard when that buzzer rang. It was so fun to see. It's just a great idea. It being in Vegas, I know some people think it'd be more fun if like it was at the team's home court. I don't mind it being in Vegas. I think it kind of makes it like a big game type of environment. So I'm all in. I've loved what
Ben,
they've done with
then
it.
I have to ask you, Ben, what because you like college basketball as well. What do you think about Adam Silver saying that maybe a historic NCAA spot hosts the final next year?
My first reaction to that was, what the hell? You know, it was like kind of like it was very confused. But you think about it more, and I think that would be really fun. I'd be interested to see the strategy behind that and then to do it. But I really don't mind it being in Vegas. You know, you got the stadium lighting going, you got the big game feel, the court's all decorated. I don't hate that idea of it just being in like Sin City where players can go and party and celebrate, and it's like a week-long thing. They got it right with that one. I don't think there's any need to change it.
So, Ben, as a fan of the in-season tournament, let me ask you this. What are your feelings towards raising the banner?
They should. Why
I agree. I think they got bullied into not raising it a little bit. I think. Come on, I get it. If your rafters are filled with things and you don't have the fucking space, all right, I get it. But if you are hanging division titles and now the NBA Cup doesn't mean anything, like let's just be for real for 5 seconds here. I don't know. It feels like a little bit of no. We're gonna get made fun of, so we're not gonna do it. Like, look, we had this conversation with LeBron and the Lakers. You know, you have to give this tournament importance. Nobody else is going to. You know what I mean?
Listen, there's stupider banners that have been hung for dumber things.
Division banners are way worse.
Billy Joel, 32 nights. Like, come on.
Yeah, come on. What are we doing? Also, if you're the owner of my team here, you do a banner hanging night, you jack up the prices of the game, you're rolling in the cash. I don't know why any owner wouldn't do it.
I mean, that's a sick Bulls hat, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's okay.
It's all right. We're going to talk about your team in a minute, too. But great to have you here, dude. It's been a minute since we had you back. You can follow Ben on the socials at Ben Wittenstein across all platforms. Still working over with our with all the peoples that we love over at CBS. How's the gig going before we jump in and talk about this? We're talking about these two games tonight and a little bit more on the Cup. How are you?
It's great. I'm going great. Gig's going great. I mean, it's the best time of year for sports. You got the college football playoff. You got the NFL playoffs approaching. We just released our NFL Week 16 picks for every single game. So things are going great. The picks are flying. Hopefully we just get some winners this weekend and go into the holidays with some extra cash would be nice.
Yeah, we hit live in the college football playoffs right now, Ben?
Say that again?
Any futures or anything that you're currently waiting on with the football playoffs? College football playoffs?
Nothing huge. I would love to bet Indiana to win it all, but I'm going to separate the head from the heart here, and I don't want to – I'd rather like hedge the happiness maybe if it gets to that point, but I'm going to let fate play it out, and I don't want to have any hand in it, so I'm not going to put any money down and influence it that way.
That's how I feel about this week's Bears-Packers game. I want nothing to do with it. I'm going to just watch.
Hey, man, shout out your team. You've been a diehard Indiana fan, I know, for a long time, and you've seen the doldrums. So it's nice to be able to see your team rise and come to the top of the crop, I guess. It'd be the cream of the crop of the entire college football realm, which was, I'm sure, you've just been on cloud nine almost the entire season, which has been awesome. But just
the gangster. I just wanted to say, I don't know if you guys have seen his come up, and he's like, Google me. I was like, holy fuck, I'm smitten. That's it. That's it.
Aura, baby.
Yeah. Aura. The balls on that guy are massive, and he's backed it up every step of the way. And the best part is, I think he's like at just that age where he's probably just sick and tired of moving around to different spots to be a head coach. So I think he's going to be at Indiana until he retires. He's built up a great program. I don't know why you'd leave at this point. So to get a coach that actually doesn't want to use Indiana as a stepping stone is unbelievable. And then he's like the best coach in the country. So I'm on cloud nine. It feels like a dream. So even whatever happens in the college football playoff is playing with house money at this point.
Hell yeah.
And you got your best player to win the Heisman too. I mean, literally, just Christmas came early for you, man. Yeah,
Indiana might win the Big Ten championship, have a first round number 1 overall draft pick, Heisman winner, and maybe a college football championship in 1 year. they just shut the football program down after that. There, you can't go up after that. This is it. This
Just
might
close,
be the year.
close the stadium.
You're
Hey, man.
a football school, no longer a basketball school.
Yeah, I think that's
Nation.
that's where we are at this point.
Did you already just tell your family that you don't need Christmas presents because Christmas came early for you? You know?
Yeah,
Just,
100%. I was
leave 'em
like,
out.
listen, no presents. Just get me a TV to watch the Indiana Hoosiers.
Yeah, absolutely. Love to see it, man. Well, you kind of referenced this a skosh, but we hit our parlay yesterday on the network. We also hit our parlay on Sunday on the network, and we're donating cash to Toys for Tots for the entire month of December every time we hit a parlay. So no pressure you joining us today to talk about your Bulls, but let's do it again today. And we're glad to have you here. Any more thoughts, boys? We want to talk. I want to mention I didn't get to say this before, but I really liked the interview that Adam Silver did before the game, and then we'll talk a bit about the game. But he had a lot of little nuggets thrown in there about kind of the coverage of the NBA, how much better it's been this year, and how he kind of threw ESPN under the bus of Scotia on the way that they covered the basketball last year. And we've talked about this on the show, and I just want to get your thoughts from an NBA, as an NBA head that you are, and someone who's followed the league for a long time. How are you feeling watching the league so far to start the season? Do you feel like the coverage is better? Are you liking watching games individually? And what do you think just as their overall product that we're looking at on the court night in and night out?
The coverage has been hugely better with, Peacock and Amazon, and they're covering the pregame warmups and the lineup announcements, and they're really going in depth. I've been really impressed with Amazon too, like just the guys and Steve Nash and Nowitzki and the guys that they have, and the analysis that they're able to do is awesome. I've been waiting to see the NBA X's and O's covered like they cover the NFL X's and O's, and really get into pick and roll coverage and defensive play and just how everything maneuvers on the court, especially because the game is so much faster now. And that's also one of the bigger disappointments, I guess, is just the injuries, which is weird because we have so many injuries to stars, but it's because the gameplay is so much better than it has been in years past. The speed is better. The players are running more. The strategy is insane now. So with all of that product improvement, you get a lot of these guys who are getting hurt. So hopefully at some point in the next couple of years, kind of water finds its level in a way where the players find a way to build their bodies and maneuver their bodies through the speed and the intensity of the season. But it's been such a fun year. I don't think we have, other than OKC just completely dominating and steamrolling teams, we don't really know 2 through 10 very much. You could give me a list 2 through 10 of the best
need
teams.
To know 2 through 10 when the Thunder are doing this and bench.
Jesus Christ.
Honestly, they have been really impressive, and I want to see how they do in the playoffs, come playoff time and everything like that. But everything they have done this year has been so impressive. But it's cool to see a small market team continue their dominance. There was years where we were talking about small market teams never being able to do something like this. So that development has been interesting, but I'm very glad that the coverage this season has just been so much stronger, and I'm glad they're making adjustments. Like, I think the finals this year, they're going to finally paint the final Larry O'Brien trophy on the court. Like, they're making the right changes. They're listening to the fans. So I'm happy about that, and I'm glad the NBA Cup went well too, because it just shows like it continues to grow and people find the intensity fun to watch, and I think that's great.
I love what Adam Silver had to say because they asked him some questions about sort of the injuries and things like that, and he was actually talking about it because it's been well documented, with all the Achilles tears that have been happening, and he actually mentioned with the NFL with all the ACL stuff that happened this weekend how they've been looking into that too, and he made a good point saying that actually the data shows that more of these big time season ending injuries happen in the first half of the season. Like, it actually doesn't really occur down the stretch / in the playoff run. So because he was saying, well, we could shorten the season, but that actually doesn't make any sense. If you lop off 10 games, it doesn't change the fact that these guys are getting hurt in the first 20 to 25 games of the season. So I like hearing that as a follower of the league, that the person that is responsible for the coverage of the entire league and the way that the league is run actually knows what they're talking about in that situation versus other situations where leadership just doesn't sound like they're listening to anybody or anything. So I thought that all of the things that he had to say actually tied into answers to questions that we have as fans, like you mentioned, or things that we're seeing improve on a day-to-day basis. So Adam Silver gets a lot of shit. He looks like an alien. But I thought everything you had to say last night really hit the nail on the head. And I think that, like you mentioned, it kind of leans into the coverage improving and also the really trying to improve the product on the court and off the court too.
Cumulative stress on the body does matter, Gerald, but maybe Vsauce can talk about this more. These are ligaments that don't have like the most dedicated supply of blood, right? Like the Achilles, we see it specifically tearing in specific moves that are load bearing And with the ACL, like that's also a ligament that constantly fails in the human body. I know the cumulative weight does matter, like how much stress you have on, but I love SPJ's point that a lot of these injuries do happen early on. V, do you think this is a thing that guys aren't prepared for this new pace that Ben is talking about?
I think it's a little combination of both. Like what I think Adam Silver is also referencing, I don't think he's lying, but I do think that it's pointing towards a study that is more like just selecting in terms of a season. Yes, players may get more injuries at the beginning of the season because yes, their bodies do warm up, and as you get to like the midway or the end of a season, your body has more better adjusted to the stress you're consistently putting on it on a nightly basis. But also, it's not really looking at the, like he said, longevity matters and the cumulative stress you put on your body matters, especially with these types of injuries, because especially in ACL, that's a wear and tear thing where it's just getting weaker. And yes, you don't want it to pop or a freak injury like we saw with Tucker Kraft, where somebody, just rams right into it. But a lot of times, like Micah Parsons' injury, a lot of it just has to do with the movements that he's making. If you saw the move that he made on that one, you can kind of see that like after weeks and weeks of stress, after weeks and weeks of being held, bang, it just gave out. And Achilles is kind of the same thing. It all of a sudden you make a movement that you've made probably 1,000,000 times, and all of a sudden it just snaps, right? And it feels like somebody's kicked you in the back of your foot, but that's just not, it's a combination of everything. Like, yes, games matter, getting your body ready, and your body is more ready for the stress you put on it midway through the season. But I don't know if shortening the season is going to help as much or what it is, but I do I've always said that. I know that like nobody likes it. I do think 82 games is a long ass regular season, and it does put a lot of stress, especially because these guys are playing at a higher pace, a higher level, and everybody is just pound for pound stronger than they've ever been.
Can I just be the guy that's like the old timer yelling at the sky? I want to keep 82 games in all sports.
The amount of
We've
drugs
been
that
able to do it.
You want 82
Science
football
has
games?
progressed.
82 NFL games? Let's go.
No, not NFL. Yeah, the rest of them.
No, 6 for a shorter season in the NFL, but in the NBA, he's like, no, they can handle it. You know what I mean?
The Bucks only played 6 games this year. The first
so many
5.
bye weeks. So many bye weeks for Baker Mayfield. It's been great.
Man.
All right. Well, so preliminarily, we talked kind of about the league as a whole. Let's talk about the game. It was a great basketball game, like you mentioned, Ben. It was like the perfect bow on what has been a very entertaining NBA Cup, and the game itself was really, really spectacular. Knicks ended up getting the job done. It was looking like that the Spurs might handle business, and then the Knicks made that run in the end of the third quarter into the fourth quarter and really kind of just ran away with it with performances like Tyler Kolek coming off the bench, who was really impactful for the Knicks as well. Obviously, Jalen Brunson had a lot to say too. Cat had his moments as well. Mitchell Robinson was fantastic on the offensive glass. The offensive rebounding was one of the biggest takeaways of that game, of just how good the Knicks were at getting second chance and third chance opportunities. I thought the Spurs were really good. I love Stephon Castle so much, and I think that he really shined last night, even without Wemby playing his full minutes, and obviously didn't really show up in the big moments. But Ben, I'll let you go first, man. What was kind of your biggest takeaway from this game, and obviously the Knicks getting the job done?
I think Kolek is so important to the engine of this Knicks team. And because you know what you're going to get with the core of guys. But I do think they sometimes have a problem with someone just kind of kicking them in the ass and saying, you got to care more about what you're doing in this very moment. Brunson is very good, but sometimes he just kind of gets in his own head a little and he doesn't show a lot of emotion on the court unless he's very upset. Anunoby, of course, is a very kind of like even keel guy. Karl Anthony Towns can still be a little immature in terms of like he gets frustrated and he really shows it in the way that he plays. But Kolek's like, guys, we're down 5 points. This isn't the end of the world. You got to stop dragging your feet here. And he starts taking it up himself, and he's good enough to be able to spark him with a couple points. And suddenly the rest of the team's like, all right, we'll rally behind you. We bring the energy. This is great. And they bring it. And that's what we saw in the fourth quarter. But when they just could not get to within like a bucket of the Spurs in that third quarter, you're thinking, this is a game you should be caring about. How are you guys dragging this much? And you put Kolek in. And even Mitchell Robinson, shout out Mitchell Robinson. He did a great job as well, bringing intensity on the board. So the Knicks are really, their starting lineup is fantastic, but sometimes they just need that kick in the butt. And I think Kolek will for sure give it to them in times when they need it. And Mitchell Robinson too. So shout out to the bench for that. They did a great job. I think this is one of the reasons the Knicks are the top team in the East, or one of the top teams, because the way they played in that fourth quarter with the energy and the intensity is, if they play that way in the playoffs, they're going to be very tough to beat.
And you would think Josh Hart was the kind of guy that would give you that kick in the ass, but turns out he's more of a thumb guy or a finger guy.
Holy.
I mean, we all saw that, right?
That was a
As
good
much as
one,
Hart
man.
wants to get on here and call it AI,
You should
we all
add it to
saw
the
that.
Instagram bio.
That was a good
Boyd
one.
Brunson turned around and looked into his soul was fucking hilarious.
That was
Bro,
definitely
that
not the
body
first
language
time.
was like you hit the pinwheel and the guy was panicking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that was.
I thought it
you
was
could
AI.
tell
So.
that reaction. That's what Josh Hart said. That reaction made it seem like that Jalen Brunson has had that thumb way too many times close to his asshole in bad situations. So I think that was one of those
Yeah.
turnarounds of like, bro, right now here, what are we doing?
No, we
But just-
won.
like, on a more
100%.
serious note, I completely agree with the point about Mitchell Robinson as well. And I don't know if you guys follow him on Twitter, but great follow, Worldwide Wob, big Knicks fan. And he's been saying this for so long that one of the most important players in the Eastern Conference is Mitchell Robinson and his health and what he brings on the offensive glass. 7 foot, like, it seems like 7'6" sometimes, 7'7" fucking Wembanyama out there. And Mitchell Robinson is making him work for every fucking rebound. And he put up a stat. He has directly led to the most three-pointers off offensive rebounds in the league, despite playing fewer than 20 minutes per game. Like, that's an insane stat. And you watch it with this Knicks team, and it's a guy who has suffered firsthand last year in the playoffs to this exact same thing. He is a fucking menace on the glass, and he can change the entire landscape of a game.
Yeah, he's 100% realized that now in the new NBA where it's switch everything, that very quickly you're going to end up on a guard. And if you're just playing hard, playing attentive, you might end up changing the game. And we saw that in the third quarter, like Ben said. That was insane. As someone who had laid a whole unit on the Spurs on the spread, I was frustrated that Mitchell Robinson and Tyler Kolek were changing the game. Come on now.
Also, additional shout out. I bet Tyler Kolek yesterday, Ben, his PRA was 5.5. It cashed in the first half, which was great.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then I didn't expect him to get such an advanced run in the fourth quarter, but as Matt said in the chat, it goes to show how much Mike Brown trusts a guy like that in those big moments. They went away from a healthy Mikal Bridges because of the ball handling capabilities. It seemed like that the Spurs were doubling Brunson and also pressuring him all the way up the court. So having another point guard type player on the court with Brunson at that particular stretch of time just took the load off of Brunson. They talked about it on the broadcast some as well with Stan Van Gundy and D Wade as well. The other person too that deserves a bit of flowers on the Knicks side was Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson made a bunch of really big buckets. Jordan Clarkson and Tyler Kolek actually trained together in the offseason. It seemed like that chemistry came to fruition a bit last night in the championship, but he made a couple of really big buckets down the stretch. And D-Wade talked about it on the broadcast. That's why they brought him there, to be that kind of spark, that guy that can get you, because that guy can hit some jumpers, and that guy can get you some buckets in those particular situations. And it was on full display last night. So I didn't walk away feeling like that the Spurs like really shit the bed. I just thought the Knicks were a little bit better. Wemby had kind of a meh performance, but he's still returning from that injury. So you got to kind of chalk it up to maybe he's just not quite got his feet back under him. As I mentioned, Stephon Castle was very good. I thought Fox was fine. But I just thought that the Knicks were just better all around. And this is also one of those situations where this is a young Spurs team that I think is going to have a lot to say by the time we get to April, May, into June, probably as well. And this is why the NBA Cup is so cool, because, yeah, you may kind of think, oh, the banner doesn't matter, the championship doesn't matter, whatever. Yeah, the money is cool. But, like, it gives these younger players on these teams that are trying to build this type of championship chemistry something to play for now. So then you can understand, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to bring to the table in these clutch fourth quarter minutes in a championship environment in, December that's going to help me when May comes around and we're in a game 7 and we need a big bucket. Like, remember what happened back in December. So that's the other part of it too.
That's a very good point, SPJ, because the Spurs were actually on the road for like 22 of 26 days. This was more than they're on the road for their rodeo road trip that happens every year. This was a team that's very, very young and got involved in the NBA Cup, but I just feel like they ran out of steam. And that kind of weirdly does worry me for the rest of the season, because all these guys are young and they still have that rodeo road trip coming. So this Spurs team has a lot to go through for the next 3-4 months. So it'll be very interesting to see how this team responds, because they still have another layer. Like we haven't even mentioned the fact that Dylan Harper hit 10 threes all season and then just went fucking crazy last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was good. He also hit some down the stretch that kept them afloat in the last 4 to 5 minutes of that game too, which was massive. So we could probably spend the rest of the show talking about the game last night, but we do have some games back in the regular season of the NBA to get to tonight. And I also don't want to lose Ben before he has to love us and leave us. So any final thoughts on the NBA Cup before we put a big bow on it and move on to tonight?
Only thing the Knicks are winning this year.
Yep. Thank you,
Chat likes that. There you go. Well, again, thanks for tuning in, guys, right here on the All Sauce team. We are doing a giveaway today in honor of smacking a parlay yesterday, and we're doing 2 giveaways in honor of smacking a parlay on Sunday. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for being here. If you're watching this on X, appreciate you being here. Keep watching us regardless. But if you want to be entered in the giveaway, twitch.tv/bettingnews is the place to do it. Come and hang out with us over here and get involved with our chat. They're having a good time over there as well. All right, boys, let's jump into it. Let's talk about these 2 games tonight. Ben, we'll start with your lads in Chicago. Donovan Mitchell and company coming to town. Cavaliers taking on the Chicago Bulls. 5.5-point favorites are the Cleveland Cavaliers. Very banged up, though. No Evan Mobley in this game. Darius Garland is going to go, but there's a lot of guys on the shelf for the Cavaliers. Sam Merrill's not playing. Max Strus is still on the shelf as well. So Jared Allen does return, but a little bit of a banged up Cavaliers team. On your side, on the Bulls side, getting some guys back healthy. Okoro's back in the lineup too. Dosunmu is still a game time decision, questionable. I'm not sure if maybe you have some inside info if Ayo is going to get out there tonight. But I'll let you kick us off, man. What are you kind of thinking before we jump into props and talking some sides and stuff? Just overall right now, how you feeling about the Bulls in this spot, and how you feeling about the Bulls right now?
Oh man, the vibes are not good for how I'm feeling about the Bulls. Tip, this is probably the worst I have felt about them in some time, because usually they at least can put up a fight against some teams. In the past couple of years, they have, been pretty good underdogs to bet on. This year, it's just full-blown collapse. They can't guard anybody. You could put 3 guys against their 5, and they will still lose this game. So I am very concerned about their defense. Offensively, they're very hit or miss. They have guys who continue to be hurt and keep being hurt, so it kind of ruins the feng shui, the team, and the chemistry and everything around that. I'm not a huge believer in Billy Donovan, to be quite honest, and I just don't know if they have the right cast of characters right now. Modest is great. They should build around him. Giddey, I think, is a very good, solid piece, but I don't think you build around him either. I just don't know where this team is going, and they have been in purgatory, in NBA purgatory, for so long that at this point, I think you see a lot of the fan base just become apathetic, and they're not filling the stadium like they used to. People aren't complaining as much as they used to. This season has just gone so, especially with the Bears being a lot better, this season has gone very under the radar for the Chicago Bulls, and that's just not good. It's not a good sign. When this team is going and playing well, the city is thriving and people are excited and it's so much more fun. But right now, people are just apathetic. They just don't even care enough to be upset at what this team has become. So for a game like this, getting 5 points, even when you're getting 5 points, I'm just like, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch the spread for this team. I don't know how they're going to come out. They may come out and win this game, but there's an equal chance that they come out and just crap themselves and they just look terrible and they give up 135 points. They score 98. There's so much volatility with them that it's been so hard to properly bet them, but it's been just so hard to consistently have positive thoughts about them for them at all this season.
It's one of those situations. So defensively, like you talked about, the Bulls started out pretty decently, but they've really fallen off a cliff over the last 10 to 12 games. The Cavs haven't been much better. The Cavaliers have also been pretty bad, which is why we're seeing this total in the 240s, because of how poor they've been defensively with or without Evan Mobley in the lineup, the reigning defensive player of the year. So I think that this is one of those situations. I like points in this game. I kind of like the over. I think that there could be a lot of points. The 5.5. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about a spread or a side. Sauceman, do you have any thoughts on this game as a whole before we deep dive into some props here?
Everything Ben just said. The Chicago Bulls, they started so high. We were all so high on them. It feels like Giddey's kind of production has dropped off a little bit. Kobe White hasn't really been too efficient since he's come back. He's had some big games, but just very, very inefficient. And I just don't see the offense. I don't see where the offense is going, what direction that they have with the Bull squad. When Kobe White was out and Giddey was leading the charge, they looked a lot better. But now since he's come back, it feels like they haven't really been able to figure out how to both coexist and win games, to put up points. On the Cavs side, with all the injuries, it's weird. I was looking at a guy like Jared Allen, but I don't know if he's on a minutes restriction. With so many question marks on that side of the ball, I wasn't sure. I was looking at maybe some chalk, but in terms of a side, the spread feels kind of short too. Maybe that's kind of telling us something here. But the total is high enough where we're going to find some props. We're going to find some.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
Sook, you got any final thoughts about the game as a whole before we start talking about some props and some players we like?
Yeah, game as a whole, we got to shout out Isaac Okoro. Revenge narrative definitely there.
Yeah.
He's played one game already. We'll talk about those stats later because it's green. And then obviously, I'm very happy for my boy Jalen Tyson. Like I've said numerous times, he can play your 2 and be a large guard, or he can play your 4 and be your small power forward. So they kind of moved him around all season, and that PRA is looking nice once again. I'll be honest. I'm sad that Chicago's not good. I was excited for how they came out of the gates, and I'm very disappointed for what's come after. I'm on the opposite side of Ben. I do think that Billy Donovan's a good coach. It just seems like this is not a very good team, and maybe he's phoning it in. Who knows? This Chicago culture is just weird. I could not imagine working inside of this culture. You're not being pushed to win. You're not being pushed to lose. You're just being pulled in all different directions. It's just weird culturally to see the Chicago team.
One more poll before we, and I guess this can kind of lead us into talking about this game from a props perspective. Donovan Mitchell has fantastic history against the Chicago Bulls. He cooks this team. He's also been on an absolute heater to start the season for the Cavaliers, scoring, not really facilitating and rebounding as much as we've seen in years past with D-Mitch. He's just been scoring, which is what they've needed him to do with how poor they are defensively. He's just having to put up 30 to 35 a game to keep them around / win. I looked at him initially. I like some of his props. His props are very high and set accordingly. I think his points line is sitting at 30.5, which is a high line to take. I mean, that's SGA territory, and he's probably going to hit it. I'm not going to bet it individually, I don't think, but I do think that D-Mitch can get out there. Actually, Chef, you guys remember last year? Yeah, facts, Chef.
That's so true.
That's very true. Pick your poison, right? Chef, you guys remember the last year when Chef went to the Bulls game and sat courtside?
Yeah.
That was against the Cavs, and that's when D-Mitch just went bananas, and Chef was going crazy on how good D-Mitch was in person, and how they couldn't stop him. And I kind of think that could be a similar trend in this particular environment. So nothing wrong with some chalk there. Ben, do you have any bets in this game that you like specifically?
This is the best player on the Bulls, by the way. I just want to let everyone know.
Benny?
This is it.
That's
it.
Benny.
Sook hates mascots. Sook hates mascots.
More shots than the Bulls.
Sook is vehemently against mascots. So like you say that probably just like yeah.
Look at him. He's so uncomfortable.
Didn't mean to scare you.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I'm not scared of them. I want to commit genocide on them.
Yeah. Not all the people in the suits, just the suits.
Yeah,
No, they can.
Everybody knows.
The motherfuckers in the suits can get got too. Because why are you fucking signing up to be a mascot?
Oh, I did not know the vitriol hatred you have for mascots. This is a new development. That's crazy.
I hate mascots.
It was actually a Pee-wee football game where the Calgary Stampeder just laid Sook right out.
You want to know a fun fact about SPJ from his earlier years in life? I was a mascot at one point.
Really?
Yeah.
What animal? What animal?
We don't have time to go into this right now. We got games to talk about. We can talk about it off air. Ben,
I need to know what animal. Were you just Jesus?
No, I was Shrek, and I was the Kung Fu Panda, and I was also like a captain at like a resort type place.
Okay, that's not mascot. That's like work.
It was work, but you don't think Benny the Bull? You don't think Benny the Bull is getting paid money to be there to be a mascot?
I should have shut my mouth.
Sporting events is different. You're actually putting on a show. You're staying in character. It's very important. Mascots on. Next time you see him, okay, chat. Just focus for a second. Next time you see a mascot at an arena, watch him. Watch how weird they move. They're always taking pictures with like 18-year-old girls and like. They're not being proper mascots.
This all stems from Harvey the Hound and the Calgary Flames mascot, I'm sure. I'm just 100% sure it all stems from right there.
This is a wild, we're like live investigating this situation on finding out like what is going on here.
Yeah.
All right.
It's called Halloween, SPJ.
Okay,
yeah. All right, Ben, do you have any bets in this game that you like? I know you said you don't love the Bulls in the 5.5 insider total, or do you have any props you like here?
I lean towards the over, I think, just because of how bad the Bulls defense is, and the Cavs defense isn't much better. And these teams can score. They can get to the basket if they really want to. So it's such a high total, but I can see both teams getting over 120 points. I mean, as a Bulls fan, I would go Bulls team total over. But I don't think the Cavs are going to be able to stop them if they really want to try. The Bulls as a home team, kind of a midweek type of game. This is a spot that they would play well in as an underdog. So if I'm going to bet anything, it would be their team total over.
Okay, I like that. I'll start us off then. I have a bet that I like on the Bulls side of things. It's easy to look at Giddey's RA if you want, just with how ball dominant he is, and like it's down to 16.5, which is, this guy's been flirting with triple doubles. Hasn't really hit it that specifically or that well against the Cavaliers, so maybe that's a trend. But this season, their defensive prowess in comparison to what we've seen in seasons past with this Cavs team is completely different. So that could be a different situation. However, what I'm doing is taking the rebounds and assists from the other guard on the Bulls side of things. I'm taking Kobe White over 7.5 rebounds and assists. I got this from plus 110 earlier today. It's down to basically plus 100 in most places. He had 7 assists and 4 rebounds in his last game against the Cavs last year. Hit this in 2 of his last 3 games against the Cavaliers, and it's just coming off a 5 rebound and 5 assist game against the Pelicans. This line's too low. I know that they're still kind of on a minutes restriction, sort of, with White, like maybe not playing the full 35, but like he's back into playing almost 30 minutes a game in the starting lineup. This line just feels way too low to me. I like the PRA too. If you want, he can probably get you some buckets as well. If you think the Bulls are going to stick around / cover maybe, or if you like Ben's angle on the team total, I feel like that's a good way to take it too. But I just want the rebounds and assists. I'm an RA slut anyway, Ben. So that's usually the lines that speak to me the most. But getting at 7.5 or plus money felt like a really nice spot. So give me Kobe White 7.5 rebounds and assists. That's my only actual bet in this game. I liked a bunch of stuff, but that was the one that I ended up locking in.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Sauce Man, what do you like in this game?
I like that. I went not to a guard, but I went to a big man. Jared Allen over 23.5 points and rebounds. I've talked about this before. When Evan Mobley is not in the lineup, this guy just kind of goes bonkers. He's got 2 huge games against this very Bulls team last year, 24-17, 24-10. You can add the assists on if you want. The number's a little bit higher at 26.5, 25.5. He has 3 assists in both of those games. I just don't see, once the ball goes down there, I don't see it coming out. I do think that this is also going to be one of those games where Lonzo might have his hands all over this. I'm looking at his assist number here too. You can get the 3.5 for minus 150, or you can take it up to 4.5 for plus money. We can talk about revenge narrative and that kind of stuff, but Lonzo also just played 32 minutes. He hasn't played a 30-minute basketball game probably in over 5 years, boys. To me, that's a big fucking deal. It came against Charlotte. I know it was his brother's team, but this is also a team that is depleted, right, because of injuries. They need guard play, and I just think that Lonzo is going to give them that. You are here back in Chicago, back at the United Center, a place where you did a lot of your rehab, and you really couldn't play as well as you wanted to. That first 3 weeks with DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, the offense was looking good. They were top 4 in the Eastern Conference, and the offense was humming, right? Now you're back in the building. You're with another competitive team. 4.5 assists for plus 140. And then I just think it contributes right directly to Jared Allen. So I took those 2 props in this one. I think it's going to be some fun. And like Ben said, it could be high scoring. Like if the Bulls are going to score a ton of points, I'm assuming the Cavaliers will too.
Mm-hmm. Nice. You are a sucker for Lonzo props.
If I had to rank my favorite players, just based on rubric, he's in the top 3 for sure.
You love Lonzo so much.
Yeah.
All right, so take us home. Talk about your dog. We talked about it a little earlier.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take Jalen Tyson over 22.5 PRA. You can shop around and find 21 on some books. This guy's been great. He's actually hit this line in 7 straight games, boys. But what I'm more interested in is the last 2 without Evan Mobley. He's pole vaulted this line. Like I said, they like to move him up and down the lineup. They like to place him in different spots. So I do think the Swiss Army knife is gonna do just that again today. Give me Jalen Tyson over 22.5 PRA. Like I said, shop around. You can find that 21 at some places.
Okay, man. Defensive menace this guy is too.
Yep.
I can see why you like him.
He can get half that in just boards randomly.
13 boards last game against Charlotte. Double in 2 of his last 3 games. So sprinkle that DD. What's the double? I know you like looking at some double Ds. Hang on a second. We have a gander here. Plus 575, best price I'm seeing.
And I do like it. Like Ben said, this will be up and down, but points. This Cleveland team has very much regressed, losing Jordan on offense too. So they're kind of just throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. And I think that Jalen Tyson helps them do that.
Hell yeah. Okay. Ben, before we love you and leave you, chat's loving that you're here. We appreciate you spending some time with us before we move on and talk about the other game. Do you have thoughts on how much more time do you have with us? Do you want to stick around for the other game as well, or do you need to get out of here?
I got a couple more minutes.
Okay.
Before we move on to the next game, sorry, I just wanted to. So you didn't bring up Isaac Okoro.
Oh, we kind of talked about it briefly, but yeah, last time he did play the Bulls, he had 23 PRA, 19 points, 4 rebounds. He definitely wants that revenge narrative. Was kind of lambasted and put towards the end of that bench. They did pay him and then trade him to the Bulls, but they never really gave him a fair shake in a number of years he was there in the land. So Isaac Okoro definitely probably has this circled on his calendar, especially after seeing him almost drop 20 last game.
Yeah, and he's starting too. He's taking more shots in this offense. And if you go looking at just that Bulls game, how many shots did he take in that one? The Cavs game, sorry, 7 shots, but he shot well. I could see him shooting even more today.
Back-to-back games. He's been back from injury, back in the starting lineup, like you mentioned, hit the PRA of 10.5 in purely points in his first game back against Charlotte, and then had 5, 3, and 1 last game against the Pels, like you just mentioned. So, I mean, that 10.5 gets smacked by halftime if he ends up playing full 30 to 35 minutes. So, okay. Ben, do you have like a favorite bet in these two games? Is your favorite bet in the other game, or do you like something a lot in this game particularly?
What's your parlay leg? Pressure's on.
Parlay. I do Bulls team total. I think it's what's the number? It was earlier today. It was at a pretty good number, and I don't think that line has moved too much.
118.
Yeah.
Not Bulls money line then, eh? Okay, fair enough.
Not Bulls money line. I really want to. I really, really want to, but they're not in a good spot right now. And maybe this is the right side again. Maybe kind of a midweek game, off some rest. Maybe the Bulls have gotten it together, and the Cavs kind of limp into this one. But this would typically be a spot I'd love to hit the Bulls, but they just have not been trustworthy this year in any type of spot. So I'll stay away from the spread and just hope they score a bunch of points at home. Maybe Kobe can dish out a bunch of the assists to the guys, so that would be great.
That would be awesome. I'll take that for sure. Okay, so team total. What line did you say? I'm not finding it. V. What line did you say you're seeing?
I was just guessing. Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, 118.5.
Yeah.
Okay, 118.5 team total for the Bulls, and hopefully we have a good game tonight. All right, man. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having us here. We're gonna get after the second game, but we want to let you get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Go follow Ben Wittenstein on socials at Ben Wittenstein on Twitter, and then tell people where they can watch all of your stuff with CBS.
Yeah, we're on Sportsline. So we're on Sportsline on YouTube. I think it's youtube.com/Sportsline. Early Edge podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, and we do bets every single morning. So you do morning with Early Edge and afternoon with you guys. It's perfect.
Love it. Yeah. We also have your buddy Sia joining the network as well, hanging out with us on Tuesdays. Have you had a chance to check out No Plays Off yet? Have you had a gander at those guys?
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, the show's great. Sia's awesome. I'm so glad you guys are working together. So that's another great show. Go watch that. I was subscribed and been watching. It's been awesome.
Fantastic. Good stuff, brother. All right, man. We'll go follow Ben. Appreciate you, dude. We'll have you back talking some NBA. Have a fantastic holiday season and a great into 2025. And we'll have you back soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you guys. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, you too, man. Take it easy.
See you, Ben.
Goated. Absolutely goated. All right, team total. Why can I not find this team total? I want to bet it. I'm not saying it's not available on my book. I want it to be in here. So I can't find it. Let's pick one other thing in this game. He is super smart. He makes us look just so dumb, which is always fun. What do you guys like? I really like the Tyson pool from Sook. Sauce Man, if you're down to do Tyson. We both have plays obviously in this game that we can kind of circle back to. But I like the Tyson one. I also like we could go with the Coro as well. That PRA feels nice.
I like the Tyson look too. If we're gonna go with the Bulls team total and wait for that to come up, it gives us one thing on each side technically as well.
Ooh.
True. True. Yeah, I don't know why it's so hard for me to find things when I need to find them. It's just really annoying. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about the other game. This one maybe. All right, man. We got a birthday narrative.
DK scored on his birthday, didn't he? All right.
Day after, but yeah.
Same thing.
He did. Interesting game. Minnesota, welcoming in the Memphis Grizzlies. Target Center tonight, 8.5-point spread are the Wolves here. 8.5-point doggies are the battle of the bear things. Grizzlies versus Wolves. What do you think a bear would win, or do you think a wolf would win? Like, if we're looking at it like that.
A bear.
Bear would maul that thing. Unless the pack of wolves, then
True.
But then
No,
we got
if it's a pack of wolves versus a bear, I still take the bear.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like man versus gorilla. Like you would need like a fucking shit ton of wolves to eventually wear it down.
And like dogs and wolves don't have a lot of like attack base. Like those paws are kind of subpar compared to a bear. They just have a
Bears
mouth.
are like this. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
SPJ is like, holy fuck, guys, shut the fuck up.
First mascots, now bears.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Bears beat Battlestar Galactica.
What are we doing? I didn't know that was going to turn into an actual conversation. I should have learned by now after doing the show for you guys for 3 years that was going to turn into a legit thing. Subpar pars. This is like the whole tall thing. Good Lord. All right. To the game we discuss. It's looking like John Morant is going to be, he's questionable technically.
Mhm.
I think he doesn't play. No Cam Spencer, which is really unfortunate. All right now. No Cam Spencer for the Memphis Grizzlies after his just breakout game against the Clippers the other night. Anthony Edwards is still questionable as well in this particular spot. Ja is doubtful, what I'm seeing with his ankle, so I don't think Ja's playing. Ant is, like I said, questionable. It's looking like that he may not play either, but could get out there and in there. Ja is out officially. Okay, thank you. Thoughts? I like a couple things in this game. I got some grody stuff in this one. I really wanted to bet
should
Cam
go
Spencer.
first.
You want me to go first?
I think you should go first.
Okay. All right. So these are my two props I like in this game. Jalen Wells is the first one. Over 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. No idea why this line is 19.5. He's probably going to end up playing 30 to 35 minutes. The talented rook who got knocked out last year with that broken wrist is back, and he is cooking to start the season. Cam Spencer's gotten a lot of the love over the last couple of games because of how good he has been for this Grizzlies team. But if you've been watching these Grizzlies games, which I have been watching some of them, he's hit this line just as consistently as Cam Spencer has. He's hit this line in 8 of his last 10 games. He's hit this in 5 straight games as well. Scoring the basketball really nicely too. The 13.5 points feels very comfortable as well. He's hit that in 5 straight games too, with 16 plus points in 5 straight. Not really fantastic success against the Wolves, but that was all last season. Again, new season. This guy's a lot more involved in the offense. This is now the Coward and Williams and Wells and Cam Spencer show.
Well, he kind of survived all of those guys and has become the most consistent one, SPJ.
Yeah. So I really like this line a lot. And then the other one, Gree's going to laugh, dude. And he's also going to think that I've lost my fucking mind. But this might be my favorite play on the entire slate. Might be. And this is a grody ass pull. But here we are, nonetheless. Give me Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Your favorite play is Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Over 5.5.
Literally, I was like, what name's coming? What name is coming? And you can...
We can talk about mascots and bears and wolves if you can talk about KCP in 2025.
Oh, let me interrupt you. I'm sorry. It just elicited an immediate reaction.
I know. I'm glad that it did. I knew that it would. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope over 5.5 rebounds and assists at -125 is the line I got for this. No idea why this line's 5.5, boys. He just had 7 rebounds and 6 assists in their last game. He hit this line 3 straight games, back to playing anywhere from 25 to 28 minutes a game. Not in the starting lineup, kind of more of that bench player now. He's obviously earning a lot of cheese, so they got to get him out there somehow. Interestingly, which is why I like this the most. The Minnesota defense allows the 27th most rebounds to the point guard position and the 24th most assists to the point guard position. Now, I know KCP is a shooting guard technically, but he'll have stretches out there where he has to run the ball dominant ball handler for the second unit. This is just a position that the Wolves struggle to cover, and I think that KCP can hit this with just assists or just rebounds or both. So give me the 5.5 RA for KCP. I really like this a lot. He'll probably do nothing tonight and figure skate, and I'll be texting V, and he'll be laughing at me because this is my favorite play. But I really like this line quite a bit. I think it's too low.
This needs to be brought up just so the Twitch chat and everybody can see it. Because you know what? You got me. You fucking got me, Jeff. And he got me when he said I was a big Leangelo guy too. How does he know that? How does he know that?
Hey, welcome to the show. Absolutely. But yeah, I think Stuck and I are aligned on the Wells play. I would be really shocked if you love KCP too. But yeah, I think there's going to be some value in this game, especially on the Memphis Grizzlies side. I kind of like the Grizzlies to cover, possibly. They've been kind of frisky. I was really looking forward to betting Cam Spencer again. I'm sure you were too, V, with how good he's been over the last few games. Unfortunately, he's out of this game with some sort of personal problem. Maybe the guy that got drafted over him, like he's been handling him on the side, and they had to give him a day off or something. But this Grizzlies team's been fun, even though they've not been very good specifically winning basketball games. But they've been fun to watch in that regard.
Did you see him and his brother on the podcast where they're like, we just don't give a shit what you say to us, but we will continue to say shit to you that we know bothers you. Like,
absolutely.
There's definitely something going on with that family. It's probably a family issue because Anthony Slater actually just tweeted yesterday that Pat will also be out for the Warriors. So whatever the Spencer family is dealing with, thoughts and prayers out to you guys, because you guys have been absolutely fucking hooping.
Yeah, it's fun to watch them, man. It's fun to watch how their teammates kind of radiate towards both of them too on both sides. You see Draymond in Golden State, you see everybody here in Memphis, right? It's just a lot of fun to see.
And this also fits into what we've talked about, and then you can say, V, I'm sure you've got some plays in this game too. This is what we've been talking about, why the NBA has been so awesome this year. There's just got guys across the entire league that nobody heard of, that nobody knew, coming out of nowhere, and are just getting buckets, man. And it's awesome. It's so fun to bet. It's great to watch, especially if these are games of just, the Con Knipples of the world, Denny, obviously for me, but there's so many players out there that are just hooping on a night-to-night basis. Queen and Jeremiah Fears for the Pelicans, even though they're stuck in ass. Like, it's a great time right now to bet the NBA, especially not just the superstars, but the secondary players that are getting out there and just hooping when they get the opportunity.
Even Coward, we haven't mentioned him because we're kind of loving Wells today, but ever since Coward and Wells have I was worried, I talked about this before, worried that only one of them would stay in the starting lineup, but now that they're both in there, it's fun. And like SPJ said, they've been super frisky with Jaw out.
All right, Sauce Man. What do you like in this game?
Hiccuped at the wrong time, but I'm liking some chalk in this one.
We're muted, that's good.
Anthony Edwards over 3.5 threes, and this is as chalky as it gets. He might play, he might not play. This honestly a little bit of a hedge on my next bet. You guys will see in a sec. But the threes number at plus 125, it just feels like it's mispriced. He took 11 in the last time he played this team. This is a Memphis team that ranks in the bottom 5 in both three-point shooting, three-point percentage allowed, and wide open three-point attempts allowed. And that's exactly why I think Jaws is going to come into this game. If he does end up suiting up after not playing back-to-back games, just not really giving a fuck and chucking up a bunch of threes. If you're going to leave him open out there, he's going to continue to take them. And the next play I have is right here. It's Dante DiVincenzo, boys, is over 14.5 points. This is a guy who just had a big game. He took a lot of shots with Anthony Edwards out. He's had 21 and 18 in his last 2 games, both with Edwards out of the lineup. I think even if he does play, this is a good matchup for DiVincenzo just because of the perimeter defense. We all know the majority of his scoring comes from beyond the arc. It's why we're still seeing his three-point line sitting at over 3.5 or plus 150. I know the plus and the money sign is there, but he's getting a 3.5 line because of the consistency that he hits with and how his percentages look from beyond the arc. Like I said, this is a Grizzlies team that is bottom 5 in every three-point category you can think of defensively, and they're giving up a shit ton of shots. So give me Dante DiVincenzo at 14.5 points. I almost took the 3.5 threes, but that just felt like plus 150. I'm going to get burned chasing the odds. So give me the over 14.5 points.
Is there a reason why you didn't take the PRA with how good he's been in facilitating and rebounding, especially with the possibility of Ant being out? You just wanted to just tackle the points at that line? It's just, I mean, he's been cooking his PRA too. Is there a reason why?
He has been. The only reason I went to the points is because the hit rate's a little bit better over the last 10 games. And then on top of that, if Anthony Edwards just does sit, I feel like that's where more value sits in the points line at 14.5. But outside of that, I think it's and also just because of the matchup. Like I'm really targeting this perimeter defense. I would be betting the threes normally. It's a really high line. So that's why I kind of drifted towards that side rather than the PRA. But you are right. 22.5 is a really nice line.
Feels comfy. And you know what? Just to answer this comment to pivot us into betting, into talking about what we're going to bet tonight in the parlay. If we ever have a sauce team and we do not finish the show with a parlay, you know that we have all been overtaken by aliens. So
yeah,
it's AI.
Just no, yeah, just it'll be AI deep fake. We as long as we are the runners of this show, and this show is in existence, you will always leave us with a saucy lay to sweat out on an NBA slate tonight. So
If we leave you without a lay, it's AI. If Up Your Units leaves you with a lay, it's AI. That's
big facts, big facts. Hey man, everybody does their own stuff.
You gotta
exactly.
gamble the way you like to gamble, and we like to gamble like Dumbos.
Idiots.
Hey man, we need more money in the top pot. Top pot.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
We're doing a giveaway as well. Last chance to get involved. We got 5 more minutes here on the All Sauce team, but don't go anywhere. When we're done, the guys from Expected Bets, we're going to take over and give you guys the moves on the ice tonight. Unfortunately, Gretzky Betsky will not be joining the party, but Franco and Gator will be there with you guys to talk about what's going to happen on the ice tonight. So stick around for another hour right here on the network to talk about the Frozen Pond. And this is your last chance to join us on Twitch, twitch.tv/betting news. You will be entered to win a giveaway of some of our swag from our store, one of our new Vibes hats, to 2 of you beauties in our Twitch chat in honor of us smacking 2 lays this week. Come and hang out with us. Last chance, twitch.tv/betting news to be entered to win.
So Betsy really headed to Cabo after yesterday? Makes sense.
Yeah, man. He texted me with a picture of him with Mai Tai and no shirt. So I might have to leave the show early. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to go? I got Ben's team total, 117.5 for the Bulls. Shout out, Ben. Do you guys want to go with Coro at 10.5 PRA, or do you guys want to go with Tyson at 21.5 PRA?
I say we go with Okoro on the other side.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
opposed.
Okoro on the revenge narrative. So we're taking 2 Bulls props.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Sorry.
No. You already said what you had to say.
Alright,
We only
I
have
had
4 minutes left.
All right. Fine.
All right. So we're going
Next
Okoro, 10.5 PRA, and then the Bulls team total. Hey, I mean, they're kind of incorporated. So
Hey,
that
what
works.
up, SK?
Yeah, what's up, man? Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching this on YouTube. Thanks for switching over to Twitch in honor of you possibly winning something. So there you go. All right, let's flip the page. Let's talk about the other game. Sook and I both like Wells, so we want to put Wells in here.
Yep.
I'm not going to make you guys sweat out KCP's PRA with me. All right, so Jalen Wells over 19.5 PRA. And then do you want to go Dante? Points?
Yeah. Let's go with Dom. You want to take the PRA, though, just in case Ant does play?
If you like the points, I'm down to take the points. I was just asking just so people can listen to us banter about shit. I like the points.
Yeah.
The guy is absolutely fighting for his life in this rotation, and they're talking about training for Kobe White and blah, blah, blah. So he's got to play ball tonight.
Got to ball out. All right, Dante DiVincenzo over 14.5 points. Why can't I parlay that? That's annoying.
It's not my giveaway. If it was Jeff, then it would be that. But this is SPJ's. It's good stuff.
All right now. Unfortunately, I cannot put Dante DiVincenzo's points in this parlay for some reason.
To the PRA.
Let's do the PRA.
Couldn't tell you why. It's being a hooker. Love to see it.
Be careful.
Can't-
Mascot's going to show up out of nowhere.
FanDuel mascot.
I can't do the PRA either, man. For some reason. I don't know why it's not working for me right now.
What is it at 3 legs?
It's like plus 400.
Yo.
No. That's not
Plus
even parlay.
Plus. Yes.
I can find a stack prop for that much.
That's a single.
Plus 367. This is what I'm looking at right here.
What about, wait, can we just not parlay anything? Or like can we like
Why
parlay
don't-
like Anthony Edwards?
Hang on.
What about Nas Reed? I feel like he has.
Okay, CP in the parlay for spite.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. He gets the vibes. I wonder if they do allow me to do that. That would be really...
Vulture says if you take the Bulls team total off and try it, we could do Okoro and do
And Tyson. That's true. I feel like Ben would be okay with that.
Yeah.
Let me try that. Okay, hang on a second here. So Jalen Tyson, PRA 21.5, and then Dante DiVincenzo. I also hate that there's no late night game. That's
Yeah,
so
so
sad.
stupid.
It's so weird. Why did they not like? Well, I guess because neither one of them are East Coast or West Coast games. But
Can you imagine they just like start a game at 9 p.m. on the West Coast?
I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but I like staying up late. So they're not letting me do DiVincenzo's points either. What is happening with the world? man.
It's only we got time.
So
We
you
can
build it
hand
out.
it off. I can build it out. Yeah, we got time. I'll build it out, and then we'll get it on the timeline. Because we got.
Oh
we
yeah,
got
that's a
Gator
good thing.
down
We got
there.
time.
Can you build it out and tell me the odds, and I'll bet it after we're done.
Yep.
I want to throw my phone across the room right
There's
now.
definitely a glitch that's going on now, SPJ.
They're watching us and they don't want us to win. But so get it cooked. It's going to be probably in the plus 800-ish region.
You know where it's not glitching?
On Bet Online.
Bet online.
And Rebel,
true.
new network, but
And yeah, ooh.
It was Dante PRA.
No, just the points.
Just the points.
Take over Embiid. Yeah, I'll say it one more time in just a second, and then we will do the giveaway, and then we will get it out. Let you guys get out of here. Gator's by himself right now anyway, so he probably needs a couple more minutes for Franco to join.
I'm afraid for Franco because I know Gator don't play. He's late.
Gator don't play.
Also, I can't fill for Franco's shoes, so Gator might have to go by himself.
Can you imagine? He's like, I'd rather do the show by myself.
Mm-hmm. Garrett, follow us on Twitter at Your Betting News, which is where we post all of the parlays that we do. But we'll be saying it one more time before we get out of here. Last chance to join Twitch. We're doing a giveaway. Right. What is it?
I got it. So we got Jalen Tyson. The numbers are all different because I am north of the border, my friends. So don't yell at me. Jalen Tyson over 23 PRA. Bulls team total over 119. Dante DiVincenzo 14 points. And Jalen Wells 20 PRA. That is plus 954.
Beauty.
That does the job. There you go. There is your saucy 4. Let's smack again so we can do another giveaway and add more money to the top pot. But like I said, one more chance. Twitch.tv/betting news. The Twitter is at Your Betting News. Give us a follow. If you haven't already, Jeff, the homie, is watching us on the YouTube. I think this is a buddy of Thorb's or somebody that knows Thorb or Sia. So glad you're watching the NBA show, my man. Appreciate you for being here. And
I've never been so scared of my life.
Continue to troll. Coming for the giveaway. Let's go. Sook, let me know when you're ready with the duckies. We'll be giving away one of these new Vibe Sats and then something else from our store to two of you beauties in our chat. Stick around, stick around, stick around. Let me know when you're ready to rumble in the jungle. Bing bong. Look at all those duckies. I love to see it, man. All right, you guys ready to rumble?
Let's go.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Bang, 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 bang.
Okay.
Be on Twitter very soon, guys. Can we get a line on this?
Seander, my man, you are cooked. Sorry,
right, here's the
9
move.
seconds. Here's the move. I'm famous. Who's that? Who's that? Twanski! Congratulations, Twanski. Doing another one, Sook. Don't go away.
Oh, yeah.
Good try.
God damn it.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Get after it. That's so funny. Appreciate you guys tuning in to the All Stars team today, man. We'll be back with you guys on Friday talking NBA. Don't go anywhere. Another hour with the lads on Expected Bets 4. Gator's trying to get Franco in here. He's working on it. He's working on it. Jay Dizzle, respectfully, you, like your Carolina Panthers, are cooked, my man.
Wait.
Oh,
yeah.
He just fell out.
Hopefully the Panthers.
Game easy. Congrats, Jamie Easy. Wow, 2 OGs winning. We love when that happens.
Jay Dizzle's duck fell out of that race like the Bucks in the NFC South. My God.
Like the Panthers. Like the Panthers. Come on now.
The Panthers. There we go. Hey, all right, Jamie Easy and our dog Twanski, please get in touch with us on Twitter. You guys know the deal. We'll get you sorted out with something from our store. You guys can go check out all of our swag we have available for you guys at thebettingnews.com/store. We got a lot of cool stuff over there. You support the network, support the programming, and get involved with your favorite shows. Every single show has its own. We need to get that on a shirt. Every single show has its own sweatshirt, hoodies. It's cold. Get yourself a beanie, a new hat. Gotta love it, man. Pecking duck for dinner, indeed. Big dubs all around. We appreciate you guys for tuning into the All Sauce team today. One more time. What was the bet? Read it off for us, Sook. One more time. This is the Saucy 4. It'll go on the timeline on Twitter. Give us a follow at Your Betting News if you haven't already.
100% shop around.
Jamie.
Lines are different everywhere. Jalen Tyson, 23 PRA, 119 in that Chicago Bulls game over. And then Dante DiVincenzo, 14 points in the next game. And Jalen Wells, 20 PRA. Shop around, find it there. But we got it for plus 954.
It'll be on the twatter in just a few minutes. Don't you worry. We got plenty of time till these games start as well. Appreciate you guys for being here for the All Sauce team. Lads, you guys ready down there? They're looking like they're getting
go anywhere, chat. Got hockey talk.
Hockey chatter. The lads are about to take over and jump into the expected bets for Ice Hockey Lab. We appreciate you guys. Enjoy the next hour with the lads on the ice. Appreciate you.
What is going on, everyone, and welcome into Expected Bets for your podcast for all things hockey betting. I am Gator Betting, joined by my co-host today and soon-to-be enemy tomorrow when our teams face each other, Franco the Banker. Franco, how are we doing today?
You're going down, buddy. That's what I have to say to you.
Oh,
otherwise, yeah, I'm doing
that.
great.
That's it. That's what we got today. Okay, all right, great. Until tomorrow, that's fine with me. Yeah. I was really hoping Betsky was going to be here today too, because went to the Bruins Mammoth game last night. Are they not good? The Mammoth, not good. Yeah, because they looked like dog shit. This. I was going to say they looked like dog shit in the second and third period. They are like the Bruins are also one of the most fascinating teams to watch in person because the first period Utah dominated. The Bruins looked like shit. Second and third, script completely changed. The Bruins just somehow find ways to win, though. They're one of these weird teams that it's like this run has to come to an end because they continuously get outshot, outchanced, and yet they're just like hanging in games. It makes no sense to me.
They're winning despite what they are, right? I mean, I think coming into the season, we thought they were going to be at bottom fear, so to speak.
Yes, completely.
I mean, I know the East is very funky right now, but I don't know. I mean, they keep winning, so I don't know how long this is going to maintain, but it's kind of wild. I mean, Morgan Geeky, what the hell is going on there?
What is that? What is that?
Well, on his way to 50 goals, just as we all thought.
It's insane too, and I mean, obviously, I get the Swayman bounce back factor. We kind of knew that was going to happen. He's proven himself before. Had a bad year last year, great year this year, so that was bound to happen. In terms of other news around the NHL, Draisaitl gets his thousandth. Can I speak today? 1,000th career point last night. Did you see the video of them all celebrating right in Skinner's face? That's a tough one.
That's messed up, man. I mean, that was pure spite, right? Like,
I don't know. It was such a weird video because you're just like Skinner's just like moving the snow out of his crease, and then all of his old teammates are just celebrating in his face that they scored on him. It makes no sense. It was a very, very strange video that you're like, I don't really know how to have a reaction to this. You feel for Skinner at one part, but at the same part, you're like, I don't know. I have no loyalty to Stuart Skinner, nor do I think like he's this all-world goaltender. I don't know.
He's just another guy in a long list of guys in this league right now. So he'll have his runs for Pittsburgh, I'm sure, where he'll look good. And same for Jari. Honestly, I think so. Whatever.
I didn't think it was much of a trade at all. Just kind of
same guy for same guy.
Exactly. Spider-Man meme of like, yeah, they're just different names, same goaltender. Sabres, are we back?
I saw a rumor today. Speaking of Sabres,
all right, let's start.
That they might be bringing in Tortorella. How's that make you feel?
I've heard that rumor too, and I've heard DeBoer tossed out there as well. I've heard a bunch of coaches tossed around. I think Lindy is going to be out. I think he's going to move up to the front office, which I'm fine with. I think the second stint isn't necessarily what it needs to be. I think it needs to be complete culture change. I think Yarmo needs to bring in his own head coach, one that he feels comfortable with. So I'm fine with Lindy kind of moving out, but it needs to be. I'm fine with like an extreme of bringing Tortorella, completely shock these guys, like change the culture. Just like
don't do it.
Like
don't do it.
I'm fine with it. I think we need to.
Maybe it'll work with them. They don't have a lot of like young guys like the Flyers did.
No. Forrester out for 5 months. That hurts.
Brutal. Yep.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Anything else before we get into today's games?
No, I don't think so. Nothing I can think of right now.
Yeah. So Canva was down.
Crosby's 1 point away from tying Lemieux now. He was 2 back. So his 2 point prop next game, just lock it in right now.
Yeah.
I don't even care who they're playing.
Just who are they playing?
It could be Hellebuck for all I care. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't care.
I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll find out right now.
All right. Let me know. Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of crazy games last night. Leafs come back too, as Breezy mentioned in the chat. Pittsburgh also, I think we had a show on day, but they blowing leads now too. It's incredible. Like Pittsburgh was it San Jose?
Those two.
Who was the other team? Yeah. Oh my God, that was insane.
Who was the other one?
It was San Jose. Is it San Jose and Pittsburgh? Yeah.
No.
Just insane.
Yeah. That I don't know.
Yeah.
That was wild. Because you knew it was coming. You could feel it.
Mm-hmm. That team feels like it's kind of falling back
Crosby
into
versus
reality.
Ullmark tomorrow. That's not an ideal matchup because Ullmark's been pretty good, but I'll still do it. See what happens.
I'll take it. Yeah. All right, let's hop into the games for tonight. Let's start. Canva was down today, so I don't have any graphics. So apologies for people kind of following along here of what games we're on. We'll try to kind of keep refreshing which game we're talking about. But let's start with LA at Florida. LA plus 120-ish, I believe. Usually got the graphics up here, but I'll have to pull up the game lines now. LA plus 124, Florida at minus 148, totals it at 5.5 here, minus 125 to the over. I don't have much here, but I do have 2 point stacks. So I'm going to start with you, LA, on a 3-game skid, Florida 4-1 in their last 5. What do you got in this one? It's a weird game.
I'll be straight up with you. All these games on paper, at least on like that first glance, look ugly to me.
Yep.
Maybe
Agreed.
besides the Detroit game looks a little bit interesting, but this one feels weird because it's like out of conference. So I might go with a draw here. I like to look at those, especially when we're talking two teams that have no necessary like hate for each other or need for that extra point. Like if we're looking at a 1-1, 2-2 late in the game, like neither team is going to push for that goal to take the lead. They'll both be content to go to OT. So that would be where I would kind of start as far as like sides and stuff like that. Total, I don't know, man. The Kings have been really good on the road this season.
Yep.
And I just always hate to say the Kings are playing well, but they have been, so it is what it is. As far as props go, I think Lundell's a good value for a point at minus 123.
Yep.
been really good recently. The head-to-head tonight, like you look at, that's what I'm saying as far as like the slate in general. It's like, oh, this guy's on has points in 7 of his last 8 or 6 of his last 9, whatever it is. And then you go to the head-to-head, and it's like 2 out of their last 10. you know, so a lot of it doesn't work for like if you like to see both charts look green, so to speak. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I have 2 revenge factors tonight that are in the later games, but that's about it. There's no real, I guess, hatred between any of these teams, it feels like tonight. I do love that Lundell look. Lundell minus 115 for 1+ point. I don't mind stacking him with Losterainen, who is also bettable tonight at plus 120 for a point. You take those both separately and as a stack. And then I also like the Bennett Marchand stack as well. Both Bennett minus 140 for a point, bettable. Marchand minus 184 point, not bettable. So I like the Bennett Marchand stack and then Lundell, Losterainen separately, and then stack those 2 as well. Panthers 4+ goals in 5 of their last 6 games. Forsberg 3+ goals against in 3 of his last 4. So I think there'll be some chances for Florida tonight. This 5.5 total does make me wary with 3-4 point props in this one for Florida side, but
that's where it gets scary. Yeah,
that's where it gets scary. You know, that 5.5 total is really putting a damper on things tonight.
Well, and what I've found recently as well is point props have been working a lot better for me than shots. So yep. I'm not going to be very heavy on shots in general tonight. So just to give you the heads up. But yeah, I mean, it's tough to bet point props when you're not necessarily loving the fact that there could be goals here. So I like Verhaeghe as well.
Yeah.
So
I would stack that whole line.
Yeah, I don't mind stacking the whole line. It sucks because he's been at a bettable number, like right on the cusp of it, like minus 130, minus 125. They finally moved him kind of out of that range. He's minus 145 now. I might just take it and just say forget it. Just go for it since it's right at that cusp for me. He's been phenomenal, man. I mean, that whole line, like Andrew said, has been phenomenal. But Verhaeghe's been my guy. It's been cashing for me. So I think I might just roll with him again tonight and call it.
What book is he at minus 145 on?
The Score, formerly ESPN.
Because I'm seeing he's minus 150 on FanDuel, minus 160 on DraftKings. I'll have to check Bet Online as well.
Yeah, minus 140 to minus 145 is like kind of my cutoff there. Like I don't really like to go more than that. Definitely not minus 150. That's like the cutoff for sure. But I'm willing to do it on a guy that's been cashing for me and has decent history.
Interesting. Yeah. Any other looks in this one? I mean, I have no shot props. Like, I don't really have much tonight.
One thing to note, too, as far as potentially backing Florida props in general, is that Deneau is going to miss tonight, I believe. Is that still the case? Let me just verify. I saw he was in trade rumors as well. But, yeah, he's going to miss tonight. I mean, that's a pretty significant loss for their defensive abilities. So, with that being said, I don't want to take Florida at minus 148, especially with how good the Kings are. But again, I think that again leads you more towards Florida props as opposed to Kings props.
Yeah, and I think Florida should at least put up 3 tonight. You're just hoping that those guys are involved in it. I mean, Forsberg, obviously, Kemper being out hurts them. Forsberg is the worst goalie of those 2. Like Verhaeghe, Reinhart, Lundell point stack. Yeah, so, I mean, the Verhaeghe, if you're going to stack Verhaeghe with anyone, it's got to be with Bennett and Marchand. They're all together on that second line, and they're on that top power play, I believe, together. So that's where you're going to look. On the first line, it's Lundell, Losterainen, and Reinhart. So if you're going to stack out of those guys, it's going to be Reinhart, Lundell, and then Verhaeghe you're going to look for with Bennett and Marchand. That's how I would play it. I don't know if you had any other thoughts on that.
Or if you're just going purely based on power play and you really want Reinhart in there, you could do like Reinhart, Verhaeghe, and Bennett, or Reinhart, Verhaeghe, and Marchand. But again, you're limiting yourself to the power play. But again, Florida's home, so they will be able to match the lines they want. And like I said, LA's missing their shutdown center. I mean, I know Kopitar is the guy that you think of, but I would argue Deneau's at this stage in their careers is probably the better defensive center. I could be wrong.
Agreed. Florida allowing the 5th most shots on goal to center in the last 10 games and 8th most to defensemen. I went through the list. No one really stands out for me on the LA side of things. Did you have any shots on goal? Did the sheet bring up anything?
No, the sheet's on hold right now. It takes too much work. And
the sheet's on hold.
Nah, man.
It's in timeout.
Why the hell am I going to waste my friggin' time right now? All that crap when shots are hitting. So,
yeah,
you know, it is what it is, man.
I get it.
You have so much time in a day, you know.
Agreed.
Pause, you know.
All right, next game, Utah at Detroit. Utah 4-6 in the last 10, coming off a back-to-back. They played Boston last night, lost 4-1, 8-11-2 on the road this season. Detroit 6-2-2 in their last 10 games, 10-6-1 at home. Ali Mata revenge game. That's the big storyline here, right? That's what everyone's talking about in the streets, right? Ali Mata.
Is that where we're going? Okay.
I thought that was one of my favorite revenge angles today. I saw him last night. Kind of looked like shit, but why not? Ali Mata. He didn't look great, I'll be honest.
Man.
But I do have a point stack in this game that I absolutely love.
Are you going
Larkin,
or am I going first?
Larkin to DeBrincat 1+ point -102 on FanDuel. It was -115 on DraftKings, -102 on FanDuel, almost plus money. Love those two tonight, so that's where I'm going to start in this game. What do you got?
You're not worried about them being on separate lines?
I don't think they are. Daily Fantasy, unless Daily Fantasy is updating.
You said Larkin to DeBrincat, right?
Yeah, they were on the same line before. Are they not now?
Hold on.
I gotta have a chat with Daily Fantasy, Daily Face Off then at this point because I checked, I did my research before the show on the same line.
They haven't typically been.
Oh, now they're not. Yeah.
Last game it was still Finney, Larkin, Raymond, and then DeBrincat and Kopp went with newbie John Leonard. So
yeah.
That's the only pause. I mean, they're on the power play together, so there's that. I wonder, is Kane's not playing, right? For sure. And the thing is, too, Daily Faceoff is referenced in the last game. So hold on, do we have any skate info?
Pedro Kane is out. Crazy. We'll miss at least the next 2 games. Yeah, so Kane's out tonight.
Okay. All right.
Cooley's still out. So it's going to be, I mean, looking at Utah's last 4 games too. So it's going to be Vejmelka and net, right? In terms of his goals against, 4-3, 4-3. So I do like Detroit points tonight. It's just trying to find where there's value because Larkin -205 for a point. DeBrincat -210 for a point. Raymond -230 for a point. So then you're going to Sider, who's on that power play. Maybe he gets involved. I don't know. You know, like, do you trust Finney?
I'm probably going a little more off. Yeah, well, Finney's the funny one, right? Like,
yeah, right.
The value's always there with him, but he just isn't productive.
No.
So, I don't know. To me, I'm just going to go value hunting.
Okay.
I'm going to go back to Leonard goal again. Again, playing with those 2 guys. Not that Kopp's that great, but still, he's playing with DeBrincat. So, and he is on the second power play. I bet him last night. Let's see where he is today as far as price wise. Plus 650. I don't mind. And then JVR goal, top power play. I don't mind that look either. Again, they're home, so in theory they should be, getting some opportunities there. Yeah, I mean, to me, Larkin Raymond stack looks good too. I didn't see the price on that, but what's the price, Andrew?
Larkin Raymond. Here, let me pull it up here. -113. All right, so pivot from DeBrincat.
I mean,
that would be kind
of the way to go.
Yeah, that's gonna how it goes. Raymond plus Larkin 1+ point -113 on the blue book.
I mean, we agree this is Detroit. We like Detroit here.
like Detroit here. Agreed with you. So why aren't we taking them on the money line?
So hold on.
Minus 125.
I want to see a scheduling thing here though, because I think that is this the last game of their homestand?
Let me pull it up here. Detroit.
Oh no, they came back. They came back from a road trip and won last night against the Islanders.
Oh, so they're on a
They got
back-to-back
one
as
more.
well.
They're on a back-to-back as well, and then they're going back on the road against Washington, but not till Saturday. This condensed schedule is crazy, man.
Crazy.
I mean,
Crazy. I mean, and then you look at next week too. Like, I mean, this might be a major look ahead, but next week when we're talking about the 23rd, the last day of games that are played, I think there's like 20 teams playing, if not more. At that point, what am I betting on? Like, some of these guys just don't care. It's going to be an absolute crapshoot to try to find any sort of value.
we got to be careful. I mean, I think
That's what I'm saying. Like, next week is almost like the 2 days before the holiday break and the 2 days after. I think I did it last year. I didn't bet. I was like, you know what? Let's let everyone kind of get back to it. Maybe take a few money lines here and there if you see some value. But in terms of player props, there's no point in betting those games because there's so much unpredictability.
I think if you're going to look at player props, you got to look at like young guys, people trying to prove it. Guys moving up in the lineup. Those types of guys have a better chance of giving a full game worth of effort than maybe like a Patrick Kane, for example.
Jonathan Taves.
Yeah. I saw Raymond assists mentioned in the chat. I like that just straight at minus 108. It's one of those things, man. I looked at it in the game yesterday, and it just felt like that was going to be a flat spot from Detroit. Again, returning from that long road trip and playing their first home game, especially off a winning road trip. Usually that's a bad spot. And, of course, Detroit does well, and he has 3 assists. So I'm not going to pass on it again tonight at minus 108. I've been having some success on these guys, these minus 200 point guys, trying to pivot to assist props. Eichel has been one I've hit a couple times now.
Marner.
Yeah, I mean, like I think it's not a bad idea. Obviously, there's risk involved. You see him score, you're gonna be pissed off. But like at the end of the day, the value's there, and it's a straight. I can't tell you how many times I bet Larkin Raymond, and only Raymond gets a point, or that type of stuff is so infuriating, man. So if you can get that Raymond assist, and it's on a Mo Sider goal. or whatever,
Yeah.
You're gonna be happy. So at minus 108, I like that as a straight, honestly.
Yeah. Matt said he got it at plus 102 a couple hours ago, so that's some
Even
great
better.
value.
Yep.
Anything else?
I think I have no interest in Utah props.
Agreed. I had Hayton last night, and that was about it. And I was debating going back to him today or Carconi. Carconi is not bettable at that 2 mark. Hayton, again, don't really love it enough. Utah hasn't looked right in a while, so I'm going to stay off them. All right, next game up, we got the Winnipeg Jets taking on the St. Louis Blues. Winnipeg at minus 148. St. Louis plus 124. Winnipeg 1-4 in their last 5, but Hellebuck is back. St. Louis 5-5 in the last 10, 6-8-4 at home. Kyle Connor at 299 points. Jonathan Taves playing his 1100th game tonight.
Oh man, you're speaking.
Everyone knows the 1100th game's a big milestone marker too. And same with
I didn't care about that one. I cared more about the Connor one.
Connor 299 points. Feels like he should have had more at this point, right? Like I feel like that's low.
Yeah, I mean, how many years has he been in the league? I guess Winnipeg is just. I mean, they're not like an offensive juggernaut by any stretch. Let's put it that way.
No. I have one play in this game. Do you have anything that you love?
Same kind of idea as that Raymond look. I like Kyle Connor assist here at minus 130. It's a little juicier than the Raymond one, but similar idea here. Just been awesome with assists. Let's see. It's an assist in 7 straight games, and head-to-head looks pretty good. 3 straight with an assist, including 6 total assists in the last 3. So yeah, I like that a lot. Again, as a straight, like if I can get a guy like Kyle Connor or Raymond just straight without having to worry about who anybody else does, I'm gonna try to take it in a situation like this. I don't mind Velarde straight for a point. I think he was minus 145 earlier.
Minus 158 right now. I'm seeing it's minus 155.
It's moved.
I was trying to get him under
this morning. Yeah,
let's see.
He's another guy that's been damn productive recently, and
Unbelievable.
The prices have been like ridiculous. I think they finally have adjusted. Again, not a good head-to-head history. So, but the Blues have been such a train wreck. I know they've played a little bit better, but still, I mean, I'm not trusting that.
Who do you remember? Remember that we gave him out as a season-long future as well for his point total? That looks pretty damn good right now.
Who, Velarde?
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Yeah. Check out our YouTube shorts for that one. Velarde at minus 155 for a 0.2. I like this as well. Stacking it with Connor assist, Velarde point. Yeah, I like that stack. I mean, I'm trying to see what you can get. Connor point, Velarde point, minus 135 on the green book.
The other thing too,
Velarde,
guys,
minus 116 on the blue book.
If you wait a little bit, FanDuel, you can bet point props straight as long as the team doesn't score. So if Winnipeg, especially if Winnipeg doesn't have a goal after the first period, you could get Velarde point at probably even money. So take note of that. DK's funky. Sometimes they don't adjust it. Sometimes they only have like 2+ points for some reason. But every now and then they'll have a normal line too. So that's a good way to get these fringe guys that are minus 150. Just wait a little bit and grab them live, and then you just have a straight for a point, and that's a hell of a value.
Yeah. I'm going to say a stat, and I want you to guess which prop I'm going with. All right?
I already know it. If it's a goal scorer.
No.
Is it a goal scorer? No? Okay.
It's not.
I'm going to give you a goal scorer then after
it's
you
not.
give me this.
Winnipeg allows the most – what?
The most shots on goal to defensemen. I know that. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
Justin Falk, 2+.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
There it is. Yep, we're doing it again.
The sirens are going. They're going to arrest you. They're going to arrest you.
Yeah, I know. The Boston PD's like, shit, he found it again. Yeah, this is purely a matchup. He hasn't been too bad lately. Missed last game. Listen, yeah, they might after they see that Justin Falk that slut tonight. Yeah. Yeah, that's about all I got. I was looking around to see if Velarde point was bettable on any other books here. I'm trying to see what we got. Player points. Velarde minus 160 on MGM.
Bad though.
Falk.
Although his away's been terrible recently too.
Yeah.
I hate betting this guy, man. Don't make
it's
me
one
bet
of these
this
bets
guy.
that you just
don't make me bet this guy.
He's hitting 4 of his last 5 home games.
I'll think about it. All right.
He's kind of done this thing too lately where he misses and hits, misses and hits. I don't know, man. I don't know. I wanted to play in this game, and that's what I took. So,
all right,
any other
you ready
plays
for
in Winnipeg? Oh God! All right, here we go. If mine's bad, what do you got?
This player,
this
player has goals in 3 of his last 4 games. His odds are plus 2,200.
Oh, you're doing the Terry tweet. You're doing the Terry tweet right now, aren't you? Yeah, it's there. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Stanley? Yeah, it's Logan Stanley.
Man.
Yeah.
Known sniper, Logan Stanley. All right.
Yep.
There is no reason that you shouldn't be at least sprinkling this guy. No reason at all. Especially with the Blues goaltending. It's crazy. I know.
Is that just going to be our parlay tonight?
Absolutely not. I'm not. No.
Just Logan Stanley goal scorer.
But I mean, it's worth a bet. Is all I'm saying. There's no reason not to at least have a little bit of money on him tonight. If it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit. But like, as far as the Blues go, they've made some lineup changes. I don't know if you saw. They acquired Jonathan Berggren from the Red Wings, and they're calling up Otto Stenberg from the AHL. Stenberg, his AHL stats aren't that impressive. I think it was like 8 points in 17 games. So, I'm kind of whatever on that one. But Berggren, though, I'm kind of intrigued by. Like, it sucks that they're not giving him top 6 minutes. But that could change. I want to keep an eye on him in general going forward. But I think I'm going to sprinkle him tonight just for the hell of it. He was a guy that was like kind of streaky for Detroit last year, putting up goals. So, and I just feel like he's a goal scoring type of guy, right? And they kind of need that. I get it. It's Hellebuck. It's not like it's a great matchup or anything like that. But at plus 750 on FanDuel, MGM, DraftKings, wherever you want to take it, it's all the same price there. I'm going to take a little sprinkle on it tonight. And then, like I said, he's a guy I want to watch to see if he kind of moves up and down the lineup for the Blues, just given how inconsistent their forward rotation has been. So just something to consider going forward. This might not be the best night to take him. I'm going to just for the hell of it, but keep an eye on lineups going forward with him. If he gets a top 6 chance, I could see him being relatively productive.
I like it. Betsky is out tonight, so Betsky will not be joining us tonight. I'm guessing that's who you're referring to with Big Cheesy. Maybe not. Who knows? All right, Carolina at Nashville. Right, we're good to move on. I don't know if you had anything else.
I think so.
All right.
I think so. Yeah.
Carolina at minus 180, Nashville plus 150. Carolina, a 4-game win streak here, 7-3 in their last 10. We go to Nashville, 7-3 in their last 10 as well, 8-2 at home. Michael Bunting, revenge game. Maybe.
No, I forgot about that one. I won't lie.
Brady Shea. I mean, we're
yeah. Okay. Man,
Bunting at 2 is interesting, right?
I didn't even look at the revenge angles, but that's a good one.
Bunting is but Bunting not really. I don't know. Like against Carolina of all teams, you're like, that's where I'm going to take shots on goal props. Probably not the smartest move. I'm not on him tonight. I'm got one parlay piece that I absolutely love for tonight. That I guess we can talk about now. Nashville allowing the most shots on goal to centers in the last 10 games. Logan Stankoven at that 2+ mark is probably my favorite parlay piece of the night. I know you don't want to bet shots on goal, but unfortunately you probably are tonight because that's going to be in the parlay. Stankoven at 2.
I don't bet Nashville games, so that alone is already crossing my threshold. So.
Do you want to go back to Marchessault at 2+?
Oh man,
that was insane.
I know he had 4 misses. How many attempts did he have? I didn't even look. Let's see.
Yeah, against St. Louis, he had the 15th that we bet it that Monday. He had 5 attempts, 1 shot on goal. But the craziest part is his road splits this season. He had hit in every other game. 11 straight on the road this season, and the 12th one he finally misses, and that was the one we took him in our parlay. So that was really cool. That was really cool by him. I do like Jarvis at 3+ tonight, though, minus 115. That is probably another one of my favorite plays. But what do you have in this one?
Wait, what was the one you said before Jarvis?
Stankoven at 2+. For a parlay piece.
He has burned me so many times this year.
Well, he's going to do it again tonight.
Why not just take Jarvis? I at least trust Jarvis to some extent.
Jarvis is bettable as a straight. Stanka at 2 is not.
What? So what? Just throw in the parlay. I kind of like the Jarvis look, to be honest with you.
All right, we can go Jarvis then. All right.
I mean, I'm just going to override you because like I don't want to be a part of this game as it is, but
you at least want to cheer.
I want to have
if my hand gets caught in the cookie jar, you at least want to be like going for a cookie next.
Part of it too.
Yeah. You want to be like in line next to like. So if I get caught, you would get some blame as well. All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right.
Get some red paint on my hand too.
Yes, exactly. What do you have in this game? Do you have anything? I know you're probably 15 Nashville props, right?
I mean, honestly, I have been not betting Nashville games because what makes sense doesn't happen. It seems like so. I will say there's some value on Goss to spare point at -135. I don't mind that at all. If you are trusting Nashville to continue their offensive heater, O'Reilly point looks all right at -108. Evangelista looks pretty good, +110. If I was inclined to bet Nashville props, that would be where I'd be looking. So I don't think Kochetkov has been particularly great this year. So I don't know, man. Maybe I will take some Nashville props tonight with the slate being so small, and then I'll be hating myself tomorrow for doing it. But, I think there's value.
That'll be fun.
Game.
Why not?
There's value.
Agreed. Anything else?
No. I honestly think I might take that Jarvis bet as well, just as a straight. But I do like it in the parlay.
Join me. All right, last game of the night. We got the New Jersey Devils taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. New Jersey 3-7 in their last 10. Vegas 6-1 in their last 7. 6-2-2 in their last 10. 7-4-4 at home. Revenge angles: Evgeny Dodonov, Paul Cotter, Cody Glass, Akira Schmid, who's not starting tonight. Also, Eichel's out tonight, so what exactly are the Vegas lines?
And Theodore.
Daily face-off and Theodore's out. So what are the Vegas lines? Because Daily face-off is refusing to change them. They still have Eichel listed in the lineup. I haven't seen any beat reporter tweet out necessarily what we're looking at for tonight's matchup. So at this point, I have no idea what we're really looking at in terms of the Vegas side of things on the ice.
I know exactly what we're looking at with Vegas. We have Carter
Hart
in net tonight. This is a gift. You have no Eichel, which ruins the center depth. You have no Theodore, who's not a defensive stalwart by any means, but again, it's going to call depth into question here. And now you're putting this excellent goaltender who's been fantastic since his return in net. Give me Devils team total over 2.5 -105. Give me Devils first period team total over 0.5 at -130. I might even sprinkle the Devils 2 goals in the first period.
Hart,
he's been absolute crap.
No.
Well, I guess the first couple of games, right?
No. Yeah. 2 against Columbus, 4 against the Islanders, 2 against the Rangers in his last 3 games.
Okay.
So hasn't necessarily been
3 terrible teams, offensive teams. Is CBJ the offensive steamrolling team that we saw last year? No. Well, they put up 2 goals last night.
Yeah, I guess the only argument
Islanders, is who's afraid of the Islanders offense? No one. Who is the third team?
Rangers.
Yeah, the Rangers that can't score. Was that in New York too? Because that would just make it even better.
No, it wasn't. It was on the road too. I was thinking that as well. I was like, if this was at home, it would have been so much better.
Dude, I don't care. I don't care, man. You add Eichel on top, being out on top of it. What's that center depth going to look like? Hurdle top line?
Most likely.
I mean, I don't see how you don't have goals here.
Yeah, looking at the shot department, New Jersey gives up a ton to wingers and defensemen in their last 10. Vegas gives up really nothing at all. So
I mean,
That's
to be
fair.
fair, the Islanders' offense has been a little bit better than like the typical.
Yeah, I mean, they're second right now in the Metro?
Yeah,
They don't look bad. I don't know with this one. I'm looking at the shot department. Barbashev hitting 4 of the last 5 against without Eichel. Hurdle hitting 3 of the last 4 without Eichel. I don't know. Maybe a Hurdle point, but is that even bettable? Like, it's a weird game.
What about Hannafin shots?
Hannafin shots too. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at that. Where is that? At the 2+ mark, I don't mind it as a parlay piece. If we want to throw that in our parlay, I'm fine with that.
That feels good. I don't mind him at 3, honestly, but yeah,
but
I get it.
On the road this year, Hannafin has hit in 50% of games. At home, 54%. All right. Yeah, I'm fine if we take Hannafin to 2. If we start building off Jarvis at 3, Hannafin at 2. I mean, the Devils do give a ton of shots to defensemen, the 5th most in the last 10 games. So I'm fine with those 2 if we start our parlay with that.
It does look like we have some updated lines on Daily Faceoff, by the way.
All right, you're going to have to talk me through
it. Howden, Marner, Stone, top line. Barbashev, Hurdle, Dorofeyev, line 2. Riley Smith is moving into the center spot on line 3 with Braden Bowman and Brandon Saad. And then you got Simmons, Kolesar, Reinhardt.
Maybe a Howden point tonight up there with Stone and Marner?
Potentially. I mean, I like Stone and Marner on that top, like being the top line, but I kind of like that second line as well. Hurdle, Barbashev, and Dorofeyev looks pretty good. I mean, is this just
who's going to shoot then?
I don't know. I don't need a shooter. I'm talking goals here. I mean,
who's in net for New Jersey? That hasn't been confirmed yet.
It hasn't.
Ideally, it would be.
But the over 5.5 is plus money here. What am I missing?
Yeah. Listen, you rode with me on Stahl. I'll ride with you on this one. Let's go over 5.5 in this one. I don't mind it.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Late night,
crazy talk.
Late night action. Okay, over 5.5 plus money. Add to the card.
I mean,
no
I think
Barbashev
Barbashev point at plus 104 looks fantastic.
Yeah, what's
Dorofeyev point at minus 125 looks really good. I mean, Hurdle's at minus 145. Yeah, no, I agree. Dorofeyev has.
They're not even offering a Howden point.
Yeah, they're afraid.
There's no Howden point either, which is kind of crazy.
So yeah, Dorofeyev hasn't been scoring, but point wise, he's been all right. Right?
Yeah,
no, he's got 2. He's got 2 goals in his last 3. That's not that bad. Maybe he's heating back up.
Yeah, he's been better at home this year in terms of shots. All right, so we have a 30% profit boost used on any game tonight. We're going to opt into that one. Let's start building this parlay, if that works with you. Do you have anything else?
No, I'm probably going to back some of those revenge angles. I just got to figure out who the hell I want to actually take. But I think Cody Glass goal looks pretty good, to be honest with you.
Bunting, Dodonov, Cotter, Glass, Schmid.
I think Glass is my favorite.
Ali Mata, goal. Add that.
No. Please don't do it.
Yeah.
Cody Glass, goal. I like it. We'll leave it at that.
All right. Starting off our parlay here, we got Jarvis at 3+ shots, Hannafin at 2+ shots. What else do we like? I know we talked about a ton of Florida points.
Yeah, let's
what else you got?
Let's do I guess let's do Marchand point, right? Does that feel the one we both kind of agree on? Because I like Verhaeghe.
Yep, I'm fine with that.
I think that's I'm good with that one.
And so does this have to be?
Do we need a same game parlay? Is that what we need to make it work, or is it we just
minimum odds of plus 300? No, I don't think we need a same game parlay. It should be. Yeah, we might. If I add Verhaeghe to this. Yeah, then I get the boost. All right. So we need to add a same game parlay in either Carolina, Nashville, New Jersey, Vegas, LA, Florida. Do we want to go with a Vegas point? Do we want to go with a Florida point? Just stack Marchand with Verhaeghe?
Stone Point. Does that get us there?
Let's see. 1 stone point. That does, and that brings us up to plus 563.
Yeah, I mean Stone. If you look at Stone's home numbers, I feel pretty good about it. Vegas is gonna have to
lock
score
that in.
tonight, it feels like.
Yep, let's lock it in. All right, so our parlay of the night is going to be Seth Jarvis 3+ shots on goal, Noah Hannafin 2+ shots on goal, Brad Marchand 1+ point, and Mark Stone 1+ point. That's going to be plus 563 using the 30% parlay boost. Anything else for tonight, Franco, before we sign off?
No, I think I might run just a all money line parlay tonight just for fun because it feels like one of those nights where it feels good. I think Florida, Detroit, I'm not betting the Carolina game. Sorry. Winnipeg and New Jersey.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I like those. And the over in the New Jersey Vegas game. Throw that in there as well.
Or maybe I'll pivot there. Get off of New Jersey.
Yeah.
Do the over in New Jersey. Let's do that. So Winnipeg, Detroit, Florida, and Jersey over 5.5.
Let's just make that another parlay of the night too. We'll release 2.
All right. Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's do that.
I like it.
All right.
I like it.
So we got what? Florida, Detroit,
Winnipeg,
and then the over 5.5.
Yep.
Plus 961.
Ooh, yeah. There we go. That's what I like to
Look at
see.
how creative we can get too. We can bet against Utah. It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
Betsky's not here. We can bet against Utah.
He's gonna have to accept it and take it, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah. I mean, we made you bet Nashville props last game, which is almost arguably worse than making him bet against the Mammoth tonight.
You made me bet 2 Nashville props, not just one.
One hit. So
that's fair.
Yeah. All right. I think that's going to wrap up today's episode of Expected Bets for Franco. We go to battle tomorrow when the Sabres take on the Flyers. Sabres minus 135 in that one. Don't let them get hot. I'm actually I'm going to the game on Saturday versus the Islanders, so I'm pumped.
It's going to be a draw. Lock it in.
All right.
I can see it.
I could too. All right, we want to thank everyone for tuning in to today's episode of Expected Bets 4. Both of the parlays will be released on our Twitter at Expected Bets 4. If you guys haven't done so already, please make sure to subscribe to the Betting News Network if you're watching on YouTube. Also, check out our own YouTube channel at Expected Bets 4, where we go live every Monday breaking down the NHL slate. I'm Gator Betting. This has been Expected Bets for Franco the Banker, and we will talk to you guys on Monday. See ya.
What you know about rolling down in the down in the now I know we all be loving this shit right here. Rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about